What's going on, guys? This is Burrs. I want to talk to you today about something that people have really been asking about since they saw my other ammunition reviews. I've been reviewing a bunch of ammunition lately between Black Hills, a sim, and the recent video like Atlanta Arms and Gorilla Ammunition, etc., etc. I have a lot of ammunition I'm trying out as far as precision ammunition to see which one, as far as accuracy goes, works the best. And there's been a lot of videos on YouTube in relation to ballistics. I don't see a lot of videos on accuracy, so I figured I'd hit the range with a bunch of different ammunition and see which one performs better. Today we're talking about the 5.56 77 grain open tip match from Black Hills Ammunition. And what I found with this ammunition is if there's one ammunition out there to purchase and you want to have just the best as far as accuracy goes, performance of all the ammunition I've tested, this one definitely stands out. It stands out with consistency and it stands out with accuracy, and those are both the two things you want to make sure that you have, especially consistency. You don't want to have one shot here, one shot here, one shot here. You want to have them all in the same area. And it comes down to how consistently are they loading the ammunition as far as the powder goes, etc. There's a lot that goes into it. They really take a lot of pride over there at Black Hills in what they do. They make sure that when this gets sent out, it's going to perform, because they're not sure whether it's going to be used in something like a box here that I have, or if it's going to be on the battlefield. Now, let's talk about the test rifle as far as what I've been using. There's been some people that asked me a few more specifics that I've answered in the comments, but this is just an 18-inch. This is a precision build that we did probably a few months ago. It's an 18-inch barrel, 1 in 8 twist. It's a Nordic Components barrel. We have a Bean Firearms billet lower, which is nice and strong, Voltor mirror upper, nice and strong, billet parts kit, a SS scope from SWFA. This is a 3x9 SWFA SS 3x9 front focal plane. Excellent scope. I'll be reviewing that soon. Have an Aries Armor F&A muzzle device on the front, and just a standard STR Magpul stock, and just a nice setup overall as far as consistency goes. As far as we also have an Aero Precision lightweight mount to finish it off. So as far as what I do, as far as consistency's sake goes, I don't have this set up in any sort of a hardened setup on the bench. It's me, it's a bag, and it's pretty much me overall shooting. It doesn't have anything to do with being rigidly held in place. It's me, and I lay the gun on a bag as far as the rest goes, and it comes down to me shooting and how well I can shoot in that situation. So a lot of other people will kind of have a more, I'd say, stable setup, but I like mine because it really shows how well I'm shooting as a shooter, or how not well I'm shooting. So let's get back to the ammunition. As you can see, this is a new factory load. Use factory new ammunition. You can see there's the open tip. You can see it's perfect. And that's one thing I've seen between some of the lower end ammunition. I'm not going to state any company names at this moment, but as far as the open tip, you can see the consistency. There's nothing out of whack there. I've had some other ones in the past from another company in particular, which I'm currently talking with, but the open tip is not consistent. Black Hills is going to give you consistency on every single piece of the equation that creates every single piece or part that creates an ammunition, creates a round. So let's get down to how it performed. 400 rounds is what I put down range. Here is a range of different days. This was the first time I took it out. This is I think the third time I took it out. Very windy this day, and if you saw the Atlanta Arms review, you'll definitely see how different it was from one of the nicer days to one of the more windy days. So still took that information. If it was way off, I didn't count it. If it's something like this was not counted. That's just me being impatient on a windy situation. When you buckle down and really start to pay attention to the wind and everything, you start to get better shots. Again, I'm not a precision shooter, but let's get down to how it performed the first time I went out. So all those groups put together, throughout the 400 rounds, I'm putting a 0.84 inches is what the average diameter is. As far as consistency sake goes, they're really not different between each other. You can see on this paper here, I didn't save all of them because some of them ripped and whatnot, but You can see here, you know, great. There's a 0.69, 0.75, 0.95, and this one, you know, definitely is one of the larger ones. That's me, not the gun. It really wasn't windy that day, so that's completely my own shooting. Here's another kind of end of the day. The rifle's super hot, and you know, just 2 shots, 0.7 of an inch. You can see there. Another day that I took it out and actually, you know, brought this back to calculate. You can see that it definitely was windy this day, and this is the same day that I had the Atlanta Arms stuff out there. So if you go back to that review, you can kind of compare these two. You can see definitely some close groups here, not so much here, and definitely some close groups here as well. And these two are, you know, still a little bit far apart. Still getting 2 that are close, but still having that one. It's a little, you know, it's an outlier. Definitely me not waiting for the wind to calm down. But as you can see, it definitely performs well, and I'm really impressed with it. The consistency of the groups and how close they are is really what shined with the Black Hills over every other ammunition I've been testing. You know, from this group to that group, there's really not that much difference between the sizing of the groups. Of course, here there is, but this was kind of the consistency I was seeing throughout the testing. So you can see, you know, 0.69, 0.75, 0.95. They're really, really close in size, and you know, between all 3 of these, because when I shoot, I go left, right, left, right. You can see between these 3 groups, I mean, it's just exceptional as far as the consistency and the group sizing goes. As far as consistency goes, you know, I've had no malfunctions with the actual ammunition itself. It's ran clean, and it's ran, you know, perfectly with no malfunctions. I've used it in 2 rifles. I've also used it in my 16-inch just for, you know, shits and giggles, just to put it in a different gun, just to test it out and also see the results there. And it also was consistent in my 16-inch kind of battle blaster rig as well. As far as the cost per round, you know, this is around $1 a round. It's $54 or around there per 50 at the time of this making of this video. You know, it's right in between the 2 other ammunitions I've tested, as far as guerrilla ammunition being $1.25 a round, and the Atlanta Arms being, I think, around 85 cents a round. So overall, I really don't think you can go wrong with Black Hills ammunition. You won't go wrong if you purchase it. As far as the price goes, as far as consistency and accuracy, it's tops in everything, minus the price a little bit. It is a little bit more expensive than some, but it's also less expensive than others. So, you know, give or take a few here and there. I definitely would recommend, if you're only going to buy 1 ammunition, as far as accuracy goes and consistency, I definitely would purchase the Black Hills ammunition, the 77 grain open tip match. It's been nothing but consistent for me, and it's been exceptionally accurate as well, which is something that I expected prior to purchasing this ammunition for testing. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and let me know. If you guys do use Black Hills, go ahead and put your comments down below, or better yet, make a video about your experience with this ammunition. And until next time, later. Ammunition, you know, I definitely would take a look at this. It's the best ammunition